shit. So guys, that's just one of the reasons why I think the Apache 9800 is dead. This case, I still believe is basically bomb-proof. It's a super solid case, it's super heavy, but there's issues with it. Let me show you the first issue. One of the first issues. So this rifle is one of the ones that I cut out to specifically fit in this case. As you can see, that no longer sits inside the case because I changed two small things. One, I put a 3x magnifier on here and I put a suppressor. So it no longer fits inside the cut foam. Now, could I cut the foam out here and cut the foam out here and it would fit? Sure, I could. I don't know that this is gonna stay this way. So cutting it to fit what it is now would work, but I'm never content with the same build or loadout. Take this one. This was the main rifle at the time that I was using when I built this case out. I added a front stop, a bipod, and I changed the stock from the cheapo stock to a B5. Again, only half sits in. Now, again, could I cut this out and cut this out, cut this out and cut this out? Sure, but at that point, I'm now running into the other pistol. And again, I'm not planning to keep this LPVO. That is eventually gonna get swapped out to something different. Probably another LPVO, but who knows if it's gonna be the same size. And I don't wanna keep cutting and modifying and cutting and modifying. And then, now this was my first build, so I could have done things better. The cut jobs were not great. The glue job was not great. How I did it was not great. It was my first time. And now I know things after doing the second case that I did, the pistol case, that went a whole lot better. But the problem with this style of case for rifles, for me, is once you cut it, that's what it is. There's no change in it. Not really. Not without a lot of work. So we moved on to this. This is the Savior Equipment double rifle bag. Specifically, this one is the one that has been, up until the posting of this video, sold at Costco. Very solid price. YouTube doesn't like prices on here, so just trust me that it was a solid price on here. This, I think, is gonna solve all of my problems, and has for the last 6-8 months that I've had it. And I think it might solve all of yours too. So, the great things about this bag: tons of storage. 2 front little zipper pockets for honestly whatever. I mean, they are pretty deep in there. 3 front Velcro pockets that have dividers in between that, I mean, fit whatever you want in them. I mean, honestly, I can fit 2 pistols in one. I mean, depending on how much you plan on carrying, that's pretty dang good. The middle one is usually where I pack my Ear Pro, just because the Ear Pro is usually a little bulky. And then another one on top of that. It's got a big fold out here, 2 pockets here that are Velcroed. These are the ones that are designed for the pistols. And they are, I mean, again, big enough that I can fit 2 on each side. And they're padded on both sides to keep everything in here protected. It's got a nice big old zipper here, nice big old zipper here. Put whatever, your range snacks, your first aid kits, whatever that may be. Then you open it up, and inside you've got a divided section. Straps to hold whatever you want in place. And like I said, the great thing about this case specifically is the fact that it fits everything. So a little 1022 goes right in here. Strap it up as nice and tight as you want to. whatever you're feeling like. Done, flip it over. And the other side, for kicks, we got the Panzer M4, 12 gauge. And we're gonna put that sucker on the other side. And we're gonna strap him up. And they're separated from each other. And they're got a pattern on the top and the bottom and all the sides. And then we're gonna zip it shut. And you're ready to go to the range. And honestly, weight-wise, not bad. But if you're taking a bunch of stuff and you don't want to carry this, also wear it hands-free. It's like a backpack. And again, not uncomfortable to wear at all. Now, would I want to hike in this? Oh, obviously not. But being able to put this on my back and grab my gear bags to be able to go to the range or go load my truck up or whatever, I love this. I love this as a oh shiz bag if I needed it to load my stuff in real quick, to take my 2 main things. And honestly, you can fit more than 2. 2 is just what it's designed for. But if you really wanted to get crazy, you could fit whatever it fits. And because I overpack, let's just do it. So we can flip the 1022 upside down, and we can put this guy right on top. And then we can strap those down, strap those down. And look at that, you've got 3. Now, is it gonna be the perfect build for that? No, obviously not. But, and will this side be a little harder to fit because it's a 12 gauge? Yeah, a little bit. Could you do it? 100%. You can do anything you put your mind to. There's enough space right here. If I wanted to, I could fit something else right here. Really not that big of a deal. Big enough to fit multiple weapon systems. Gear in the front, ammo, whatever it may be. Enough storage in here that this could be, depending on how much you plan to take to the range each time, this could be your one single range bag to completely load up and take to the range. Just one. Now, I take multiple, but that's because I load this thing down fully, plus I take all the ammo and camera equipment and all of that. But in reality, for the majority of people, this would do it. Just this bag alone. Now, I'm not a shill for Savior. I love this bag. I love all of my gear from Savior. But this bag has changed the way I go to the range, how I load for the range. Another big thing for me is weight factor. Now, I brought my bathroom scale down here so you can kind of see. I already did this off camera, so I can tell you the weights as I'm putting them on. So this one says 11 pounds, 2 ounces. Now, mind you, I have my Ear Pro and 2 pistols in here. Not that they weigh a lot, but 11 pounds, 2 ounces with a couple of things in them. Hard case, 23 pounds, 4 ounces, completely empty. Sorry, it has a multi-tool Leatherman in it. So 23 pounds, call it 4 ounces. It's not 4 ounces, but call it that. 23 pounds. Half the weight with Ear Pro and 2 pistols. If you're into losing weight or you're into making your range trips easier, I would invest in a soft case. Now, doesn't necessarily need to be that case. I just think that one's a great deal at Costco. Again, I think they're getting rid of them, unfortunately, so I would get them quick. But soft cases, I think, are the new meta when it comes to range loadouts for rifles and long guns. Pistols, on the other hand, I still think hard cases kind of take the cake. Personal opinion on that. For me, they've swapped. I started out with a hard case rifle, soft case pistol, and now I have 180'd soft case rifle, hard case pistols. Kind of funny. Drop in the comments, what do you run? Do you run a hard case, soft case, or are you a complete and utter maniac and go no case at all? Question of the day, your favorite flavor of ice cream. And you must include the toppings that you use. Mint chocolate chip ice cream with caramel topping. Always has been, always will be, top tier. Drop it in the comments, let me know. Next week, I should have out a really, really good video as long as I can get to the range. So stay tuned for that. I think you're really gonna like it. And I won't quit my day job.